Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. We're going to run through one more test here. Looks like we're so far A-okay, but I'm going to keep a close eye on this here. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Relaunch, 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 false start. 5-yard penalty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that fixed it. Not sure if there was an issue with my internet equipment, my infrastructure here. Tweaked a few things, reset the connection. We'll see if that works. It's the only time I've ever had any issues, ever, streaming. We do have a flash flood warning here. I know there's some nasty weather coming, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, welcome to all of you. Happy Friday night. It is August 27th, 2021, and I'm thrilled that you're here with me. RSJ fan says, I can see you and hear you. Thank you for letting me know. Frickin' perfect. That's what I'm looking for. We'll do a quick recap here for those of you who weren't here and are hopping in for the first time. I was talking just a little bit about before that false start, which, guys, I think I need to buy a yellow flag because we're approaching NFL football season. And I need to be tossing things out for like false starts and all that good stuff. So hopefully this holds up. If not, it's going to be due to the weather that's coming. And if that's the case, we'll just fire up something either this weekend or maybe just wait till next week. We'll see how it goes. But I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Essentially, what I was talking about was just how much I love. I've loved going through Halo: The Master Chief Collection, and I think it's a really interesting experience because you've got a lifelong PlayStation guy who's going through these campaigns for the first time as we lead up into Halo Infinite. Now, a number of you out there seem to be shocked that I put out such a, what's the word I'm looking for? That I was very hard on 343 Industries, which I called in that video, by the way. Of all the comments I've gotten on that so far, not one of you has yet come in and said, it's actually 343 Industries, because I said 343 Studios the entire video. And when I shot that video, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I was so tired. But here's the thing, man. Like, guys, those who have been here for a while and you guys know me, like I'm gonna always be objective, right? That's why they call me the anti-shill. Like I doesn't matter if like I hate Sony. If Sony comes out with a great game or they're doing good things, I'm gonna call it as I see it because I want to be more than anything an objective source of information for you guys for all things console video games, and I will never sell out my integrity. I will never sell out my objectivity or my perspective. And I've got very real concerns, as you guys could picked up on with Halo Infinite. But just going through this Master Chief Collection has been just an absolute joy. Playing through all of the campaigns leading up to that release of Halo Infinite on December 8th. And now just starting out with Halo 3, I've beaten the campaigns for 1 and 2. So I'm going to make a video on that very soon. It might even be coming this next week. We'll see. I'm trying to decide which video I want to sit down and knock out because I got a whole lot of them in the chamber. I just need to start filming and burning them down. But if you're new here, definitely check out some of my videos on YouTube. People seem to enjoy, I guess, the comedic style that I use and kind of, the way that I talk about things. But I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys being here on a Friday night of all nights. Probably it would have been smarter to change up the night that I stream, but yeah, it'll buff out. It's all good. But yeah, I think tonight what we're going to do is just we're going to play a couple different things. We're going to play Halo. I want to start the night with some Halo because quite honestly, I just kind of want to shoot stuff in the face at point blank range. And Halo Infinite is a great way to do that, especially as we got to get through all of the Halo campaigns before Infinite drops. So that's a fairly tall task, although those campaigns aren't really all that long. First one was like 12 hours took me to get through. I think the first Combat Evolved campaign was absolutely fantastic. I've got like this shadow here, and it's just driving me freaking nuts. See if we can get this light. Oh, man. And by the way, guys, don't mind the bland, bare background. We just got some lights tonight. We're actually building out the studio, and I think by the end of Sunday, we'll be built out. Videos will look a little bit different. I won't be able to have the same spread that I typically have with my Final Fantasy stuff in the background and all my collector's editions and things. So just bear with us this week as we kind of release a video with nothing in the background, and we're streaming now with just some lights. But I appreciate that. But no, yeah, it's just been so much fun. I cannot get over how well Halo's gameplay has held up over 20 years. I mean, when I think of powerhouse titles from 2001, there's two titles that come to mind immediately. There is Max Payne. It's one of the best games of all time. I still will regularly go back and play it. Usually every 2 years, I'm just like, yo, I gotta roll through Roscoe Street Station to start my evening. And then before I know it, a week has passed, and I'm, got the neck beard going on, and I'm just rolling my way through the top of Iser Corporation, taking out Nicole Horn. And also Final Fantasy X, which is, I say it's tied for my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy X, with the original 7 and 8. But if someone had put a gun to my head and was like, yo, you got to pick one, man. You can't do that. 3 is my favorite. 3 titles. I would pick Final Fantasy X. But playing through the original Halo just a couple of weeks ago in that campaign, wow, absolutely incredible. I showed off a clip on my last Arsenal stream that I saved, a minute of me just defending positions with the Flood, and you're in the library, and like what's blatantly would later be known in Destiny as a ghost. The librarian's like floating around doing stuff, and you just have to hold your position. But it amazes me that I just got done last year playing Doom Eternal, and tied for my favorite first-person shooter ever with Duke Nukem 3D, and like the gameplay from the original Halo held up even after playing Doom Eternal fairly recently. Just so engaging, so far ahead of its time, just so fantastic. So it's been really fun just playing through each of these campaigns, knocking them out. So we're going to start here tonight. We're going to start with some Halo 3. I'm going to get into some Hades. Because you got a couple people who are looking forward to that. And my goodness, that game right off the bat took 4 hours off my life yesterday. I had like 45 minutes before bed, and I was like, hey, I'll play for 45 minutes. And then that loop is right off the bat so addictive. I talked a little bit earlier about my favorite roguelike game of all time being The Binding of Isaac. I could see Hades, if it continues to be this addictive and it's got that length and the longevity to it, I could see it getting up there. I mean, if you continue to, I got this Samsung TV that just randomly starts listening to me. I guess it's NSA or something. But no, I'm pumped to play some Hades and then the Ascent. I mean, guys, I'm gonna have a dedicated video coming on the Ascent here sometime in the next couple of weeks. I got a rant and rave about that. It is an absolute and total disgrace how that game has been very targeted and intentionally put down. Not by users bombing it because it's on like the Epic Steam's, the Epic Store or something like that. It's been a critical bombing that's going on. And if it wasn't for Game Pass, it might have spelled the end right out of the gate for Neon Giant. It may have put the Ascent out as a potential IP. Might have snuffed it out that way. I mean, Metacritic score, and we'll talk about this later. Jake Ladd says, not randomly, it's always listening. Yeah. So pretty much so for those of you who don't know me, so outside of games, right? You guys know I'm very passionate about games. I love games. And my career is information security. It's what I do. And I just make the assumption, because I've seen a lot of this kind of going on, but you got to just make the assumption that everything you're saying, whether you're in your house, whether you're in your workplace, wherever you are, is getting recorded, stored, and sent somewhere. Now, the NSA does not have enough people to go through everything. The vast, the large probability here is that they'll never go through your recordings, but they have them, no question. So just make that assumption always that whatever you're saying is being documented and recorded somewhere. But my goodness, I'm so scatterbrained tonight. I'm just so scatterbrained. I don't even know where I was going with this. But anyway, The Ascent, absolute incredible game. It's on some people's short list for game of the year, and I totally understand why. It might be on my short list for game of the year. I don't think it's going to win my game of the year, but it's definitely going to be in the running for it. It'll be on the short list, I think. It deserves so much more than what it's been given, and I'm going to go absolutely off, kind of like with this last video where I talked about 343 Industries, and kind of their approach to the development for Halo Infinite, which seemed to surprise a lot of you folks out there. I keep it real here, regardless of brand affiliation or loyalty, because I want to, as I mentioned before, be an objective source of truth for you. I just feel like it's such a textbook example of some of the corrupt, awful, dishonest, manipulative type of garbage, disingenuity that's just plaguing this industry. Make no mistake, The Ascent is a powerhouse exclusive for the Xbox Series X, and anybody that owns an Xbox should absolutely play it, or at least try it out, see if it's something that will get them, interested and want to play it. I'm not a big cyberpunk, just from a genre perspective and aesthetics. I'm not a huge cyberpunk fan. I've never been a big cyberpunk fan. That game has finally made me understand why people love cyberpunk as a theme and an aesthetic as much as they do. So, Strid, you hear you. Thank you for coming back. Xcoin says, yo, I'm about to finish Psychonauts 2, and it's definitely a must play. It's amazing. I thought it would be, man. This is, to me, kind of like, I don't want to say the answer to Ratchet and Clank, but there's such a great parallel between what Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart is and what Psychonauts 2, from what I hear, because I haven't played it yet. But my understanding is that Psychonauts 2 is better in every way and actually maintains its identity as a platformer. Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart completely got rid of platforming. There are some small sections here and there where you do a little bit of platforming, but for the most part, that is one of the most overrated games of the last couple of years. And the fact that it's going to show up, and that's kind of like when I was just talking about The Ascent's getting critically review bombed. Ratchet and Clank is in the opposite direction. It was getting propped up as some incredible genre medium changing title, and it was absolutely nothing near that. Nothing near that. It is a traditional Ratchet and Clank title that focuses far more on combat, takes away the soul of what's always made Ratchet and Clank great, which is good comedy humor, clean humor, wholesome, right? And amazing platforming. And they just totally ditched it. And I've got a video, if you guys haven't seen it, out on why I feel that game is just unbelievably overrated. And there's just some damning evidence in there of like invisible wall syndrome and all types of stuff. But Psychonauts, I think on the other side of the table, here's this great Xbox exclusive. It's also kind of an animated type of IP, but it sticks to the heart of what it's done best. It's far more unique. I've actually got Psychonauts downloaded on the original, downloaded through Game Pass on my console, and I will be playing through that from start to finish and then hopping right into Psychonauts 2 because I want to see this Xbox game exclusive that happens to be a platformer with an old school spirit of platforming at its heart in modern days in 2021. Really glad to hear, Xcoin, that you've enjoyed it. And I appreciate you letting me know what your thoughts are on it, because your opinions, man, they hold some sway with me. As you've been here over the last number of live streams, man, the things you've said, the things I've checked up on, and the things that I already know and I hear you kind of talk about. Yeah, you're one of those. You're good people, man. Yeah, you're good people. Not the people who disagree with me or who I disagree with aren't, but I do in particular like your taste, man. So touche. Abyss says, "Hey Bauer, yo." What's going on, Abyss? Welcome back. It's been a while. Great to see you. Thanks as always for joining the Arsenal stream this week. Just starting to talk a little bit. You know me. I'm going off. Half of the folks here who have joined are like, are we going to play anything? Or because I've got a lot of new subscribers here lately, and thank you all for your support. Can't thank you enough for that. We got 2 gift card giveaways coming, by the way. Just haven't had the time to do the videos yet. One celebrating 500 subscribers and one celebrating 1,000 subscribers. And by the way, guys, I did meet that monetization threshold, and I wanted to be very clear with you guys. That is a really, really cool metric to meet. People start off and you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours within a 12-month period. there ain't no way I'm monetizing any of my videos. There's just no way, at least not now. If I get 100,000 subscribers or something down the line, okay, maybe we can think about that. The last thing that I want to do is for you folks to be coming on here. And I just saw that my internet connection was is going in and out. Cutting in and out, aren't I? I'm sure I'm cutting in and out. This is so unbearably frustrating to me because this is the first time I've really streamed with this many subscribers, and people are coming in and they're instantly leaving because I can see in the bottom right of my screen. Yeah. This is unbelievable. So unfortunately, guys, I think I might. Yeah, guys. So unfortunately, I think what we're gonna have to do here is I might have to cancel the stream tonight until until the weather's over. Yeah. Yeah, so we're having severe technical difficulties, guys. Kind of out of my so it's kind of out of my hands at this point. Man, that really sucks. Before I go, though, I just want to thank Yeah, it's really unfortunate. So for those of you who are joining, I'm having technical difficulties due to bad weather. My sincere apologies here. This is the first time in over a year of streaming this has happened to me, and it's a damn shame. I'm looking now, my status is it's like up and down and up and down. We're under a flash flood warning. We're getting killed here. But I think right now I'm coming through okay, but it's not. I don't think it's going to last. It's really unfortunate. I really wanted to spend some time with you guys tonight, talking with you, playing some stuff. We had Halo to play through. We had The Ascent to look at, and Hades, which has just got my attention. Something fierce. Yeah, Abyss. I do type fast, man. I get this. Here's how I type fast. You guys will appreciate this. When I was in college. When I was in elementary school and middle school, we had like those big old early 90s and mid 90s CDs. And what they did was there was a video game that they tied to typing. So you would get like kind of like achievements or get to different levels for typing fast enough and stuff. So because it was a video game, I was like, I got to do this and I got to do it right. So that's paid off dividends for me in my career, which has been good. I am a quick typer. But sometimes I'm like real loud on the keyboard, like that cat meme where it's just like slapping the keyboard. I've had people legitimately be like, can you stop typing? You're extremely loud. And then I say no, and I continue to type. Don't tread on me, right? You know what? I'm gonna shoot some stuff. We'll see how this goes. You guys let me know if this holds up. I won't be able to keep my eye on the status down there. Let's just hop right into Halo, shoot some stuff, and see if it holds up. By the way, I love how everyone talks about The Last of Us 2 and this kind of switch to playing as the villain was such a unique, awesome thing. When I'm playing a game in Halo 2 previously, by the way, this is the start of Halo 3, but playing Halo 2 and instantly you play, you know, I recognize I'm playing half the game as the Arbiter, who's a Covenant. You're playing as the bad guy. So that's not a unique or new concept. I loved seeing it from a game in 2004. No offense to those of you out there who love The Last of Us Part 2. I was against it before all the political stuff that people tend to kind of attach to it. I just never thought they should have followed up the original. I believe in the lost art of leaving stuff alone. And my concern was that The Last of Us 2 would harm the original IP, and I think it did. But it's not for the reasons most people expect. And I've talked about that here on this channel a little bit. But I'll, at some point, maybe I'll put a video together with that. All right, Arbiter, let's go do it. How am I coming through, ladies and gentlemen? Am I coming through okay? Oof, and he gone. Uh-oh. Yo, Arbiter, talk to me, man. What's going on? Oh, I guess I got to go up here. No, down here. Oh, there's a giant arrow telling me where to go. Here we go. I got to go down the stairs. Down the stairs. All right. I like that in Halo 3 they've added this little visor to Master Chief instead of it just being a clear screen. That's a nice little touch. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, give me that. Give me the pistol. We'll rock a battle rifle and a pistol. That's fairly classic. I mean, you can tell in the way that the game feels too. They've done such a great job. Yeah, guys, this is unbelievable. So Stefan says it basically kicked people out. Yeah, this is terrible, guys. I think I'm gonna have to shut this. Damn it! I think I'm gonna have to shut the stream down. I'm really sorry. You guys know me, man. I really like to just spend time with you guys every week, one-on-one. Yeah, one-on-one. You know, more or less. I like to just hang out and do life together. And I spent all week working on that video early to make sure that I had time to do this here tonight. And so, you know, stayed up a lot of nights. I wanted to make sure you guys got both a video and had time. We had time to hang out together. And it just doesn't look like it's going to happen tonight with the technical issues we're running into. So hopefully once this weather calms down, I can get this back up and running maybe this weekend. We'll see how that goes. If I can't get up this weekend, you guys have my word, I'll do an Arsenal stream sometime early this week. If you haven't followed me yet on Twitter, and to be fair, not a whole lot of people do because I hate Twitter with the passion of a million burning suns, but I use it. But if you follow me on Twitter, I'll post updates there so you'll know, hey, this is when Bauer's going to go live. Hey, you know, here's when that second Arsenal stream will be. And then that way you'll know. And, you know, if you're free, you can come in and join. But I'll make this up. Make sure that we get another stream, and we'll play some Halo. We'll play some Ascent. We'll play some Hades, and we'll play anything you guys want to see. So thank you guys. I'm sorry for the technical issues. You guys have been very kind about it. I appreciate that. I hope each and every one of you have a fan-frickin-tastic weekend. I appreciate you spending some time with me here tonight. As always, Stefan, the Twitter is the same thing that my YouTube is. It's BauerKillz, all one word with a Z. I've only got like 65 followers on there because I don't ever promote it, but I've been using it a little bit more lately. So you can kind of scroll through. I try to stay away from politics, but with things that are going on right now, you might see a retweet here or there of things, but it's not a partisan thing, guys. What's going on now is horrifying, and it's dark time for our country. And I'm praying for everybody over there in Afghanistan now, and just for this country, because everyone, I think, is frustrated with this situation. I don't think where you fall on the political spectrum, I think everybody wants people to be safe and alive and well. And, this is a really sad thing, but I try to keep it like 99.9% on Twitter. I keep that video game related. I don't ever want to be, I want this to be an escape for people when it comes to politics. I don't want people coming to my channel, coming on, watching my videos and feeling like they're getting force fed something from, a conservative or from, whatever. I don't want politics unless it's something egregious in a video game somewhere. I might touch on it, but I want this to be a fun place for you guys to be. I don't want to stoke division. I don't want to stoke or fan flames or any of that kind of thing. So I appreciate you guys joining tonight. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. I was on Instagram. I'm not there anymore. I've gone off on rants about that. Their privacy policy is insane. If you're on Instagram, just be careful. You've kind of given them the keys to your entire life in a lot of ways. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'll post updates there, and I'll also post updates there as I play games. Sometimes I'll post up screenshots with thoughts and things like that of what I'm playing at the time. So keep your eye there, and also keep your eyes peeled for a video next week, and also that second Arsenal stream. If I can sneak it in this weekend, I'll do that too. So stay tuned. Thank you guys, as always, for your support. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay healthy. God bless. We'll see you guys when this weather calms down a little bit and we're not having technical difficulties. Take care, folks.